When you think of Italy, you probably imagine a once-in-a-lifetime vacation spot or grown Italians crying over people cracking spaghetti in half for some reason. But I want to let you know that a country is not just the sensational stories written about it, and I want to make an argument as to why this is a place that you probably wouldn't want to move to. So in this video, I'll be going over the top 10 reasons to never move to Italy. Number 10, Shakespeare. Did you know that 13 of Shakespeare's 38 plays were set in Italy? That's already an omen. Because why would you go somewhere where tragedy happened? And if you do go to Italy and you meet someone, a nice man named Iago, don't trust him. That also makes me think about the fact that in like 300 years' time, people are going to look back at our time and be like, wow, Tyler Perry was really the most genius writer of our time. You know, because maybe back then during his time, people couldn't understand the genius of Boo, a Medea Halloween. But now, in 2323, we get it. Number 9, internal countries. Italy has countries inside of countries. Both Vatican City and San Marino are inside of Italy's borders. And imagine that. You're just walking in Italy, enjoying the sights, and all of a sudden you look to your left, and the frickin' Pope is right next to you, just walking with you. And now you gotta give alms to the poor, with your dumb ass. That's what you get for using Apple Maps. This is what I've been saying the whole time, is that people need to avoid Apple Maps, especially in Italy. Number 8, aggressive men. Italian men have built up a reputation far and wide for their boldness and passion. So if you are a woman going to Italy, you can expect to be approached by an Italian man. And that sounds like a lot of confidence on their part. You know, the closest I've come to speaking with a woman in the past 4 years is when I was speaking with Walmart customer service because I bought some AirPods and one of the pods was missing. And I was speaking with a lovely woman named Renisha, and I think she wants to meet my family. I really do. Number 7, New Jersey. Italy's a very expensive place, so if you're trying to save some money, just go to New Jersey. 7.6% of New Jersey's population claims Italian descent. And I don't know if I really believe those numbers, because on those surveys you could really answer anything. I could walk into the census building right now and say I'm a Hindu Peruvian from the Caucasus, and they would just accept it. No one's going to stop me. Who's going to stop me? You? No. Number 6, food. If you go to Italy, the food is something that you should definitely beware of. I don't really like Italian food, if you ask me, especially the desserts. Cannolis, I think cannolis are a little bit too creamy. I don't like creamy desserts. And if you ask me, the pizza's better in Santa Monica, anyway. Number 5, the Mafia. Everything you saw in the movies was 100% believable. Organized crime and criminal organizations have been prevalent in Italy for the last few centuries and have affected the social and economic life of many Italian regions since the 19th century. But I wouldn't get too bogged down in stuff like that. You know, there are many countries that have criminal organizations with enough power to rival that of local governments. For example, you could think of drug cartels in Mexico, or the Yakuza in Japan, or Swifties in America. It's endless. Number 4, customer service. Customer service is exceptionally bad in Italy, with many Americans finding service workers over there lackadaisical and unaccommodating. But I actually want to do a social experiment. I want to take the lady that I saw the other day at Cold Stone Creamery shouting at some 16-year-old kid because he forgot to give her a spoon. I want to take her and transplant her to Italy in the most Italian place you could think of. Some crazy super Italian city with weird pasta shapes. And I want her to meet a 40-year-old Italian restaurant manager and to say the same things that she said to that kid to him. Because what she would be met with is a man with pain in his eyes and a man armed with a broom. And he will use that broom to shoo her out of the store. Number 3, bureaucracy. Italy's government and oversight agencies move at a snail's pace. And so this is the first time where you have American and Italian sensibilities matching up a little bit. And this is where we start becoming kindred spirits. Because if I go to the Baltimore DMV, I'm going to see about 30 government employees that also move at a snail's pace. And so this is what I'm proposing. How about we take all those government employees in America and all those government employees in Italy, and we find a way. using all the science stuff that we've learned over the years, we find a way to fuse them together, and then we send them to the Mars colony. Number 2, crime. Petty crime is rampant in Italy's major cities. And I think that ruins the magic of cities like Rome a little bit. Because you took all the time to buy this little girl's trip to Rome. And you got all your girlfriends there, right? And you paid all the money, and you think you're going to see all the historic sites. You're going to see statues of Marcus Aurelius and Augustus and Caligula. But instead what happened during your trip to Italy is that you got your identity stolen because you put your debit card in some skimming device at the gelato shop. Girls trip. And the number 1, final reason why you should never move to Italy: no jobs. Unemployment is no joke in Italy. Unemployment can mean that you could go 12 to 24 months without finding a job and being able to pay your bills. Even hospitality jobs are in short supply. If you were unemployed in Italy, you would even have to go so far as to link back up with your brother after a few years and go back into the family business of plumbing, and you got to save this princess that always needs your help every couple of years. And the question is that what you want to do with your life? And is that what you studied in college? I don't think so. Anyway, those are the top 10 reasons to never move to Italy.